Hi, my name is Daniel Barrera, and welcome to video number 5 of Mind and Matter on sleep, stress, and weight regulation. I'm a Gator Care intern, and let's get into it. So, when it comes to these things, many of us won't necessarily see the weight budge while we're trying all these different foods and while we're trying all these different routines, but we simply just aren't getting enough sleep or we're just very overwhelmed. So, today we're going to talk about why this works the way it does and how come sometimes sleep and stress might play heavier factors into our weight regulation than necessarily food and even working out sometimes. So when talking about stress, it's really important to note that stress can actually raise cortisol levels, and these higher cortisol levels can lead to an array of different issues, both physical and mental, which include weight gain and higher blood pressure. Stress overworks our systems, and it can even affect our appetite, it can affect our energy levels, and it can affect the way we're thinking at the moment. So it's really important to note that stress does play a high risk factor when it comes to our weight regulation and just our overall mental and physical health. So when it comes to weight regulation, let's talk about what I believe to be the most underrated factor of them all, which is sleep. So when it comes to sleep, sleep actually regulates our hunger hormones. So when we don't get enough sleep, we tend to be more hungry, we tend to even be moody sometimes, and we tend to be less energized. But above all, we don't give our body enough time to recover. We have to keep in mind that sleep is when your body rebuilds itself. It's when it does the different changes that you want to see. So you may think, yeah, I have a good food diet and I also have good habits of going to the gym or just being active overall. But if you're not giving your body enough time to recover and rebuild, you're not going to see the change you want to see. So for weight regulation, it is super important to take sleep into your account, making sure you're getting about 8 hours of sleep on average every single day. So let's talk about how easily stress and sleep go hand in hand. When you go to sleep and you're feeling overwhelmed or super stressed, you may find it difficult to try to fall into that state of sleep. And when you wake up the next day, if you slept at all, poor sleep makes it worse for the stress the following night, and it just keeps toppling on like that until it overall just keeps nagging at your health and it keeps trickling away at you, and hence it has long-term health effects and long-term effects on your weight regulation. So it's really important to know that by managing your stress, you can manage your sleep, and by managing your sleep, you manage your stress. They both go hand in hand, and it's super important to take care of both. Everything we talked about throughout Mind and Matter are necessary components to having successful weight regulation. So when it comes to stress and sleep, it is important to add those in as well. So the next time you're having difficulty with stress, try maybe journaling. Try putting the phone down a little bit before bed so that way you can get proper sleep. And maybe even try taking a couple deep breaths. And for long-term goals, try setting achievable goals by you.